So firstly, what was your initial thoughts when you came across Develo?
Mate, I see that there's a huge value add, I think, for not just our vendors but also our buyers. So we use the reports in two ways. We'll issue a report or have a report prepared when we first go in to a listing presentation or an appraisal, so that we as agents have a full professional understanding of what limitations the property might have. More specifically around where the services are located on the property, whether they're affected by any overlays, be that a flood overlay or an environmental protection overlay, especially if it's a property that may have development potential. But we also provide the report to every customer that we meet at open homes and at private buyer viewings. And that's where we get the most positive feedback. It allows us to stand out from the crowd in terms of being as transparent with our consumers and customers as possible, and also helping them along the buying journey make a really informed decision. Because typically buyers will only find out about where the services are located or any restrictions that a property may have through their due diligence period, of course, with their solicitors, and that might be a week or 2 weeks after they've entered into negotiations and secured the property up front. So we find it hugely beneficial, not just for our buyers, but also our sellers.
That's really interesting, because when we first developed the web application, we knew home buyers would be one of our key markets, but we didn't actually think real estate agents would like it, because essentially it can be saying the problems with the property. But what we've found, what you're sharing with me today, is that by bringing that information up front, it makes the process go so much smoother for you in listing the property. So
absolutely. And I'll interrupt there, because I'll say I think that the world that we're coming into now and the way that we've seen the real estate industry transform over the last 10 years is that there is so much more information available to buyers now than there was 10 or 15 years ago. So why not be the service provider as real estate agents, provide that information up front, be as transparent to deal with as possible. So again, there's less friction through that buying process. So we think it's a huge advantage, again, to both our vendors as well as our buyers, and we would like to provide that information up front to everybody.